Coming back to the session, so in the earlier classes we have learned how to design the rapid sun filter and what is the working principles, then how it is backwash, etc. Is it? Now before we move to the next type of filter, we want to discuss a little bit of the troubles which we face in the rapid sun filter operations. There are two types of troubles usually we met with. One is the mud balls. Mud balls, it is generally formed near the top of the filter media, and these mud balls are caused due to the insufficient washing of sun grains. The mud balls, it is formed along the wall or near to the wall, and these mud balls, it is usually of size 25 to 50 mm. That is, you can see that a ball type collection of the small particles, that is the colloidal as well as the settlable particles, that is very fine particles which is not settled or which is not washed along with the backwash water, which is collected near to the wall and it's just like a ball. So that is the mud balls. And how can we remove that? It can be removed either manually. You have to, when the man enter into the filter bed, he can just destroy that and he then do washing along with the backwash itself. And the second type is the cracking of filters. The first one, that is the mud balls, that we can remove easily, or that is a usual phenomena if the backwashing is not proper. But whereas the second one, that is the cracking of filters, that is a little bit serious because the filter bed is getting cracked. How it is getting cracked? That is the colloidal fine particles which is settled there, and if the backwashing is not proper, during a long run, when the filter runs for a long period, so for example 1 year or 2 years, then you can see that these colloidal particles, that is the clay particles, it starts shrinking. That means shrinkage is taking place, and these the top layer of the sand bed, which is having these fine colloidal particles, you can see that small cracks are formed. And these cracks usually it is along the corner or along the side walls and not along the wash water trough or near to that. It is away from that. And these when the filter cracks, we know that if there is a crack, what will happen? Instead of filtering the water will seep through, is it? Through the voids, and that is affecting your filtration. So then what you have to do, you have to remove the entire sand bed, then wash it properly, and then again you have to replace it. Or if your filter bed is of very old one, that means you have worked the filter bed for a long period, then you have to entirely replace the sand bed with a new sand media. Okay, so that is the two problems we face usually in the case of rapid sun filter. Now the efficiency, we know that is removing the color, it removes the bacterial load, then it can remove the turbidity, etc. So that we have already discussed. Now coming to the next type of filter, that is a pressure filter. So the pressure filter, it is usually cylindrical in shape, and as the name indicates, it is working under pressure. The enclosure is under pressure. Okay, so the water passes under pressure that is greater than atmospheric pressure, and the pressure can be developed by pumping, and this pressure varies from 3 to 7 kg per centimeter square. So 3 to 7 kg means it is of almost 30 to 70 meters of water column, is it? Either you can transmit the water from a high elevation by gravity, then it will be having this 3 to 7 kg pressure. Otherwise you have to pump the water from the lower level, and you have to the water which enter into the pressure